lately, but I can get what I want.
So we're jumping straight into the makeup today, and I'm just going to start by priming my eyes. I'm just using the Shape Tape primer, the Shape Tape concealer, and I'm just putting a coat of that on my lids, and then I'm going in with this So Jaded palette. This is a Colourpop palette in collaboration with Kathleen Lights. So I'm starting with the shade Citrine, which is this really nice mustard shade. So I'm working this into the crease. And to keep the mustard really earthy, I'm taking the shade CEO Dude and I'm blending this in the crease. So this is just like a real earthy, mucky kind of a brown. So it works really well in combination with Citrine because I don't want it to go too warm. I want it to stay nice and mustardy. So I'm taking a little bit of Royal Jewels and My Precious, and I'm just applying a light layer across the lid just to kind of soften the lid out. And now for liner, I'm taking my roller liner from Benefit. I have a liner tutorial that I will link if you want to see a more detailed version. But yeah, I'm just going in like I always do. Then I just go and tidy up underneath the eyes and just sharpen out my wing. I just use a wipe for that. So I've already primed my skin with the Fenty Moisturizing Primer, and then I take my Too Faced foundation. This is in the shade Nude. So I'm just applying this all over. The brush I'm using is a Morphe brush. I'm not sure of the number, but check the description box. I'll link it down there. And to contour and bronze, I'm taking this Studio Stick from MAC in the shade NC50. So I like to do this like underneath my cheekbones and along my jawline, and then blend it out with this another Morphe brush. This is a Y10 brush. I love these shape brushes for cream contour. So I'm just blending that out nicely. So see, just kind of gives it that soft, subtle effect. And whatever's left on the brush, then I've just been doing this down the sides of my nose, just for a really light, soft contour. And then to conceal and highlight, I'm taking my Fenty concealer in the shade 200. So I'm applying that underneath my eyes, and I like to do my chin because I feel like it just kind of makes that area pop. I don't know, it's just something I like to do. I'm just blending that out. The brush I'm using is a Fenty highlight brush, but I actually like the shape of it for blending out concealer when I'm not using a beauty blender. And then to set that, I'm taking Huda Beauty setting powder in the shade Pound Cake. So I like to put a layer underneath my eyes to set my concealer, and then I like to just kind of dust it around my mouth, around my nose, anywhere that my skin would look oily. So now back to finish the eyes, I'm taking this pencil from MAC, it's called Teddy. So I'm just going 3/4 of the way in to my eye, just along my lash line, not into the waterline, just along the lash line. And then I'm softly blending that out then with a small little shader brush. So this pencil is an eye kohl, so you have like a little bit of time to work with it in comparison to the Marc Jacob ones that I usually use. I'm now going in with the shade Geodude, just to soften the liner. And then to blend that out more, I'm taking some of the shade Citrine on a fluffier brush, just to kind of bring the mustard back into it. For my waterline, I'm taking this shade from Marc Jacobs. It's called Pink of Me. It's just like a really, really, really light pink. You wouldn't even realise that it was pink. It's just more so just to brighten the eyes. And then cut my lashes with mascara and go in with these Velour lashes. Name, I don't know offhand, but I'll link them below. And I'm going to highlight the inner corners of my eyes. I'm taking the shade Pearl from the palette, which is a nice pearly shade. Okay, to finish my skin, I'm going in with this bronzer from MAC. It's called Delphic. It was part of a collection, so it was limited edition. So I'm using that to go over my contour and just bronze my skin up. And then in with my Charlotte Tilbury Lightgasm palette, and I take the 2 shades along the top to use as a highlighter. So I'll use that along my cheekbones, just anywhere I want my skin to have a nice glow. And for a little bit of blush, I'm taking my MAC Warm Soul blush. Lipstick, I'm taking Natasha Denona lipstick. This is in the shade Beatrice, which is this like stunning nude shade. It's like a soft muted pink. It was just a little bit too light, so I'm taking my Cork liner from MAC, and I just like to go over my lips just to kind of define the shape a little bit more, because the nude kind of blended in a little bit too much. That's why I usually like to put my lipstick on first and then go in afterwards with the liner, just to customize the shade and really define my lips. That is it for this little quick tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked the makeup look. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.